Okay, guys, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. It's your boy, Only One by FX, and you know the vibes. All right, quick one right here. I'll make this video short for you guys to just relax and watch to the end. If you can wait and watch this video to the end, I promise you, you will drop a wonderful comment or a feedback. If you can go back and check what I'm explaining or what I'm about to explain this chart today. Like I'm being sincere, right? So let's get into it. So basically, I don't often trade synthetic, but I just went to the chart and I spot some, I spot an opportunity that I was waiting for. So basically, I came to this market where this market was here on Tuesday, November 11. What I noticed was, first of all, I told you guys, if you come to your chart, just understand what is going on. Like that is you knowing the market truth. Market truth is just basically knowing what the market is actually doing. Now, knowing who is in charge. Okay. So basically, you need to just pay attention to the market. So when I came to my chart, first of all, I noticed the market that was pushing this high. After made this high, it pushes low. Price made a new indication of higher high. Okay. Impulsive move, like indication that buyers are in control of this market. And then there was a pullback or a correction, then made a continuation also again. You understand? Made a continuation. So I came to this market this particular period. I said, okay, let me wait and see if I'll get a pullback and then or correction and then I'll buy. All right. So now the first thing I just look out for was I know who is in control. I just know that the market has bias already. All right. I just noticed that the market has what? Has bias. All right. The market has what? Bias already. I hope you guys are seeing my screen though. I noticed that the market what? Has bias. So now I said, okay, let me wait for what? A pullback. Because I told you guys that what you're just looking for in the market is if you're looking for a bullish trend, let's just have this. Like you need to just pin this thing to your wall or inside your house. Just have something like this. Then if it's for sales, you should just get something like this, a clue like this on the market, in your chart, sorry. Once you see price presenting something like this, like you just know that buyers are in charge of this market now, and then sellers are in charge of this market. Yeah. So now we are waiting for what? A correction or a pullback. Now, I think there are types of pullback. There are pullbacks that happen in candle structures, and there are pullbacks that happen in main structure, like full normal structures. As you can see on this chart now, this is basically a good structure inside internal structure that like this particular move. Most people will be thinking that yes, this market is bearish here in terms of the external move. But yes, you can actually trade this internal structure, which I actually call this trade. All right. But regardless, the main structure was what? Bullish. So from Tuesday, I waited until from Tuesday, the market started giving us a sequence of higher low, then made a lower high. All right. Now, this market made a what? A lower high. I'm looking for a particular tool. Like, okay, here is it. It made a lower high right here. And then once in any time you see price making a lower high, that means this has already formed a higher high. Because on a pullback, a higher high, if a pullback wants to happen, it's always displaying what? Bearish. If it's in a bullish market and then price made a new high, and then the pullback is always bearish. Yes. But that bearish now, it can form in terms of candle sequences, structures, or normal structure. Now, after price made this what? Higher low, they made a lower high. Why is this a lower high? This high is lower than this one. Now, in a lower high, a break to the downside made a what? A lower low. The reason why I'm selling this market is because of what? Yes, since this market has presented this full structure for me, lower high, made a lower low, I'm always having that tendency that since it prints a big structure or in a pullback, the lower low might possibly move well. In as much as what? We still have a what? Our higher low right here. You understand? For the fact to still have this higher low right here, meaning that buyers are the one in charge of this market. Anything happening here is just like temporary movement. Like yes, you can possibly sell it, but remember, it's just counter trend. All right. So now, after making this lower low right here, this lower low, then price made a what? A lower high. That was when I saw this trade. And on making lower high, the internal structure of making lower high is always bullish. Look, this particular game or this trading is what? Alignment. You need to be aligning yourself to the market truth. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but you need to always align yourself. Now, as market is pulling lower high inside this, let us remember that yes, this is internal structure. But remember, as it's pulling lower high internal structure, it's also displaying highs, low, high, low, high, low internally of this internal structure. I don't know if you're getting me. Like this is simple logic. Like if you can understand this game, like the way I'm explaining it, if you can pay attention, this is simple logic. Now, as this market is pushing lower high, before you enter the sales for lower low, you need to have a clue of sellers coming in. All right. Once you see sellers coming in, you notice after price made this higher high, it push higher low, then made a lower high. That's a clue that sellers are coming in. Then break to the downside, lower low, then lower high, and then still what? Sell off. Remember, now the reason why we sold here is because of what? The market has shifted. Like it's not like it has given us a clue that buyers are now coming in here. I mean, sellers are coming in here. Sorry, my bad. Sellers are coming in here, right? And as sellers are coming in here, which also we are looking to catch the higher, lower high, and then for market to push what? Lower low. That means we should be looking for entry for sales. Like this is basically simple logic. I don't know. Let me explain with this thing. Now we have, okay, first of all, I don't want to talk about the bigger trend now. I want to give you guys clue of how the internal structure works, which also works externally. Like this is the same principles, right? Sorry, if I'm rushing, I'm not. I'm still learning to master myself or how I talk on my channel. Okay, you guys should bear with me. All right, let's go back to our main deal. So now the market was pushing lower. The market made lower highs, lower low. Now, after making this lower low, it has confirmed that what? Sellers are in this market. What you are waiting for, what? A pullback. And on this pullback, price usually do little bullish momentum. Like this thing is same principle. It's same principle. Once you see price doing bullish momentum, immediately you see it started shifting. Like immediately you just notice that market started shifting to buy and to sales again. Like once you notice that price started shifting to sales again, then that's when you're looking for sales. This thing was initially bullish as it was doing a pullback, a lower high. Then it started giving a clue for what? Sales. Now it has aligned with what? This move. Yours is to do what? Find a particular, your edge, anything, is it candles, dodgy candle, any candle at all, break and retest on 15-minute time, from 5-minute time frame, enter, targeting this previous lower low or below. That is just this logic. Like the principles is the same thing. It's just that the way the market will present it is always different. You understand? So let's get back to it. Like, I don't know how to say this thing, but this thing is just literally ABCD. So now, that was how I called this what? This sales. Later, I noticed this internal structure that was giving highs, low, high, low, high, low, and then switch to lower, high, lower, low. I said, yo, that means sellers are setting in on this internal structure of this move. I sold, and then that was it. You see that a very clean move. Now it made a what? A lower low. Remember, the external structure is still what? Bullish. After making this lower low, now we're close to this higher low right here. This higher low. We're close to this higher low. I said, oh, that means there's a tendency for buyers to happen now, any moment from now. But I don't know. I was just waiting. I was just what? Paying attention. Market made a what? A lower high. Then made a what? A lower low. You can see that for yourself. He made a what? A lower high. You can see that. Then made a what? A lower low. Now, since this internal structure, the pullback is large and the pullback is what? Structural. Like, you need to pay attention. Since the pullback is structural, it's giving us real sales. Now, yes, it has not broken the higher low of the external. But for you to know that buyers are coming in, you need to wait for a good shift. A shift means price breaking above a lower high. That yes, the buyers of the external have taken over now. Like, this is same principles. I want to be fast, please. This is same principle, same principle, same principles, and same principles, guys. Like, if you are paying attention, like, this thing is just same principles. The market is just displaying it in different form. It's still highs and lows, highs and lows, highs and lows, lower highs, low. It's still same principles, guys. All right? Now, immediately price made a what? Indication. People call it indication or higher high. You can't just buy. It's still same principles. You wait for what? A pullback, a pullback, a pullback. Still same principles. Now we have our higher high. Right? Now, on this pullback, what are you expecting? Price to be giving you lower high on lower time frame, lower highs, lower low. Then once it start dropping, once you start flipping, that you notice that the internal the lower time frame is failing to sell off again. That is giving us a clue that buyers are coming in. That is when you know that, oh, you should just enter, or with your edge, like any candles formation you're looking for, or break and retest on 15-minute chart or 5-minute chart. Once you see the clue that buyers are now coming in here, you just do what? You hop in, catching the higher low, then a higher high. Now, remember your target. Your target is this overall higher high to be taken out. Guys, see, this thing is same principle, same logic. I don't know how to explain it again. If you go to your chart, this is basically what the market is always presenting over and over and over and over again. Like, strategy is not the problem. I found out that strategy is not the problem. Most of you guys understand these principles clean, but the problem is psychology. And that psychology, to break from it, to master yourself, it takes a lot of time. And to be sincere, I promise you guys that if you can keep trying, keep forcing yourself, you will get through it. Like, it's just timing. Like, this thing is something you adapt to, okay? It's something you adapt, you grow into it. Like, when I started trading, all these things are not clear in my eyes. I'm being sincere with you. As you are trading, as you are going, as you are moving forward, you get used to it. You get more insight. Like, the chart will be open for you. You can be seeing it. Like, if I open chart now, my eyes is like just naked, my eyes. Okay? So that was how I caught this beautiful move on synthetic. volatility 75, 1x. Like, it's just same principle. You can see I'm repeating it. It's same principle. I'm still saying it again. Pin this thing to your wall. Like, you need to pin something. You need to pin this to your wall. The problem is now, most of you will say, now you think will be making me wait. I'll be waiting. Yes. Sometimes you have to wait because remember now, there will be a time where market will push like it's pushing lower low. Sorry, let me take out this ones, guys. Sorry, guys. Let me take out this. I believe somebody that will watch this video will actually get something. Like, I just want you guys to give me I want you guys to give me feedback. Just give me your comments. And congratulations for those of you that made it to the end of the video, right? So now price is, for example, giving us like a lower highs, lower low, lower highs, lower highs. Then now fail to create lower low. The issue is everything works. Some people, I don't know, some people possibly trade only their logic. Because if you want to be using only your logic without aligning this with the market truth, you can be seeing plenty setup. And that's where you be getting random wins. But if you want consistent wins, you have to align yourself with the market. And what makes it more consistent is that after aligning yourself with the market, like the alignment means that you understand the market is printing highs and low, and market is trying to create a higher low to buy. And then you observe the market is already shifting for the buys. Then your buy logic see appeared. That is a what? Fantastic probability. Now, in a scenario where we have price fail to break higher low, lower low, remember, this is the external structure. And yes, there is a tendency for it to say, okay, since you get buy, you might buy. But in as much as we are still like this, right? The person that has the people that has the higher potential is the sellers, regardless. Unless you wait until price do what? Breaks above. You need to know when you need to understand when you are in a no trade zone. Like no trade zone. No trade zone. Okay. So now some people actually get the buys from here, opportunities from here, and the market will buy. The only problem I understand about trading is the market can't do anything. That's why it feels like you need to do anything. No. Yes, I don't know, but if you understand that the market can do anything, and that I think that's why most people think that they can do anything. They cannot wait for the market to align. Like you need to feel, you need to be like there's an opportunity that will be in the market that when I saw this, when I saw this, when I saw this market presentation conforming, like I followed it. I followed the market. Like I was aware that wow, this market is literally forming a good buys. A good buys. Now imagine market just made a new higher high. A very bold higher high. That means the market is automatically still bullish. You feel me? So now the issue is that since the market does anything, you now feel like you can do anything. You cannot wait for the market to align, for the market to give you a precise opportunity for it to align with your logic. Now, yes, the market can possibly buy here, right? But there's also a tendency that this market will just push a little bit, start flipping sales, and do what? Sell off. Look, in terms of external structures, printing lower highs, lower low, you don't just use clue to trade it. You wait for shift. Like you need to wait for the trend to shift structure. Because there is no way you can just wake up and tell me that since market does anything, you are just using just your logic to buy at anywhere or sell at any moment. Mind you, please and please, anything is possible in this market. It might be working for you. Just stick to it. But at the end of the day, The question is, if I can know the market truth, then align myself to it. For me, or based on my own studies, I believe that is the probability or higher probability they're talking about. Now, after you've gotten this particular opportunity, this particular, trade setup, the probability there also is you to think that you need to be thinking that every edge in this market is always opportunity. That is when, because most people, after they see opportunity, like after they see market giving them their edge, for them to enter the trade again, for buys, they will start thinking like, oh, will this market buy? Nigga, this is just an opportunity, not a guarantee. Yo, like if you're embarking on this trading journey, you need to pause and question things. Like you need to be questioning things. Open your mind, question things. You need to question everything. Huh? Like, I don't know, but all these things people are saying, it works, but this is exactly what the market is always repeating. High, low, highs, low, lower highs, lower low, higher highs. It's same principles. The principles doesn't change. It's just forming in a different way. But the same principles still stand. So guys, I'm really, really happy that you follow to the end of this video. Please, I don't know how to explain. This thing also works in all pairs. Go like any pair. I'm just explaining this on synthetic or volatility 75 1 It doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It doesn't work on crypto. It works anywhere, guys. Go to your chart, observe what I just said, and come back and give me feedback. So, guys, please, last thing I will say is what I'm still saying it. Strategy is not even 10%, it's 5%. Because the thing is just literally as if it's ABCD. But your problem is what? How you think. You need to rewire your mind. You need to think like a trader. Yes. Because this game, literally, even if you understand your strategy, your flaws, those things you're hiding, fear, impatience, egos, all those things, the market will bring it out. And you have to solve them before you can be consistently profitable. So guys, please and please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I told you guys, I'll be giving you guys powerful hints to tell you that it is possible to make money off trading if you can do what? Bend. Yes, you can bend. You need to bend. Yes, guys, you need to bend.